According to Wikipedia, the Tuskegee study of untreated syphilis in the Negro male was a study conducted between 1932 and 1972 by the United States Public Health Service and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on a group of nearly 400 African American men with syphilis.
Alright, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, give double honors to the apostles of great millstone, who tell us his truth, and give peace and blessings to the brothers out there that's pushing this truth to the four corners of the globe. And greetings to you, Akwaf and Akim out there that listen to this truth sincerely and coming back to statutes, laws, and commandments of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. To you, I say Shalom. Alright, as you heard, I want to do just kind of a lesson. That was a quick recap on the Tuskegee incident, or what happened back in the day. And this goes into, violence upon Jacob. So I just want to bring out a couple of scriptures. These are some of the things Esau does. Esau has always done biological warfare. So that's just one of the cases. This is what he does. Esau, if he can't beat you physically, he's gonna biologically, he's gonna try to attack the inside of the body. With the C-19, that was the most recent case. You got the Native Americans, as native to this land, were given smallpox. He's created a lot of diseases like, as you can see, syphilis, gonorrhea. These diseases were created in a lab, and again, they're weaponized. AIDS weaponized, though I don't really have proof that they were created in that they are biological weapons, but you can kind of just put two and two together and just understand that that's what this devil does. They create weapons, and not just firearms or missiles, again, biological weapons. Also too, they social engineer the food. The food has become the food is even weaponized. Some foods are not nutritional to your body. Some foods mold inside your body. Some, and then it causes you to have diarrhea, because your body's working to get that processed food out, So, there's just a lot. We can go on and on and on about it, but let's get a couple of scriptures. This is Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So if you were to ask the top scientists that held that study in Tuskegee, they would say, well, we're doing something good. We're doing this in the name of science to try to treat something that they allegedly created. So, the scriptures is going into that. Woe to them that call, because pretty much you're saying that which I did was good, which I did is justified through righteousness, and it wasn't. That was some evil shit. And Esau's known for doing this. So let's get a couple more scriptures. This is Proverbs 12 and let's get Proverbs 12 and 20. And it reads, deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counselors of peace is joy. So deceit is in their heart, and they plot evil always. They cannot sleep unless they do evil. And then the latter, the point, the top part of that verse, that was the point. But so it reads, excuse me, Salakia, for Yanni. But those that promote peace have joy, and that goes into the righteous men, the Akwaf and Akim out here that's coming, repenting, and coming back to the Lord and claiming our heritage. And we are Israelites, the elect, or the hopeful elect, for that matter. That's actually putting in effort out here. But, again, Esau, this man is not upright. He is a son of perdition. So it's only natural that deceit is in his heart. It's in him. And their heart, the word heart in the Hebrew goes into lab, which means mind. See, here we go. The transliteration, lib or lib or live, and it means inner man, mind, will, heart, understanding, inner part, soul, mind, knowledge, thinking, reflection, memory. It's pretty much in them. I mean, you get the point. So we're gonna go back, and let's continue. I got another scripture in Proverbs 4:16. And it reads, "For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall." Again, I kind of roughly quoted this scripture, but it's good that it was brought out. But yeah, Esau, our enemy, they cannot sleep unless they do mischief. That is their purpose. And everybody, every soul or every spirit has to play their role. Everybody has to fulfill their lot. So you have to have a protagonist and you have to have an antagonist or a villain. Well, let me say this. You have to have a protagonist and you have to have a villain. And Esau is that villain. He's just fulfilling his lot or his role. His purpose. So, I mean, can we really blame the man? But that's pretty much, that's crazy. They cannot sleep unless they don't have a good peaceful night, unless they do some fucked up shit. Meanwhile, on the flip side, a righteous person, when you did good, when you did a lot of righteous things throughout your day, you feel on point. You feel fulfilled, because you did a lot of good things throughout the day. You were productive, you probably prayed multiple times throughout the day. You flow within the spirit. So by the time you get home, you do sleep sound. You have that comfort, a comforter with you, which is, the spirit. But verse 17, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. And this is what Esau, that's his motive. That's his MO. He's always been like this. The bread of violence. Esau has stolen and taken and robbed everything that he has through violence. And then that wickedness, that craftiness, just that diabolical evil. He's just coming up with schemes. Verse 18. Well, no, we're not going to get verse 18. Let's see what else we got. Psalms 37 and 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. And, you know, Esau has always had the perpetual hatred for Jake. You know, Esau is always looking to fulfill his father Satan's work. You know, we understand this spiritual demon Satan is the tempter. So pretty much, you know, Esau just naturally is going to carry out wickedness. He's going to seek the righteous and try to persecute us. And eventually we know what's coming down the line with that. You know, that's another video for another day, but I'll give a quick synopsis, you know, in Revelations. I forgot which scripture, but, you know, it goes into, also in Matthew, it goes into some of us will be thrown in prison. Some of us will be persecuted for the Lord's sake or for his name. You know, you got the famine of the word. Some of us, you know, that's just Esau's going to seek out that light to put that light out so he can have complete darkness or control over the world. Right? You know, some of us are going to be martyrs for this truth. So when greeting, you know, shalom to the brother Malcolm. You know, I listen to that brother a lot, that elder. And he goes into, in the beginning, in his intro in his videos, you know, for the brothers out here that's pushing this truth, that risk their lives to push this truth. And essentially, that's what we do. It's going to come a time where every brother that has his face on the screen, every brother that has made videos calling out the atrocities of Esau and his kingdom and what's really going on and calling out these elites, we're going to be hunted down. You know, eventually we're going to be sought after because we are going against that enterprise. So we do risk our lives putting out this information, trying to warn our people of what's to come and how this man ain't right. So we're not just talking, you know, that the elder is not just saying that just for clickbait, because you are essentially, some of us are going to die for this truth. And that's just what it is. I mean, I'm going to read it again. Psalms 37 and 32, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. You know, his intent is putting us to death. We know what it is. Let's go up to verse 12. I should have started with verse 12. The wicked plotteth against the just, and anguisheth upon him with his teeth. You know, so that's reiterating what I just read. They're plotting, waiting, and putting together a scheme, a plan to get us out the way, to get us off the highways and byways. because a lot of information that brothers bring out, we bring out articles, we bring out points in history, you know, and we link the times and everything that's going on. We link it back to the scriptures, because the scriptures is a very great, especially the Apocrypha, is a very great history book. So we're linking everything up, and it makes sense to those who got ears to hear. So Esau he knows this, because he has put forth so much time and energy and money to hide the truth. The biggest lie ever told was, we're not Israel. What was Jake's just supposed to believe that we were slaves in every captivity, and we didn't mean anything, or we didn't have no heritage? So now this come out that we are the people of the Bible. And that, again, that was the biggest lie ever told. So these Amalek is taking our heritage and claim to be us. And that's a $1 trillion lie. Right? Let's get Psalms 55 and 21. The word of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So pretty much, you know, to get those brothers to do that experiment, from what I read on, they offered them some money. They offered them brothers money. Them brothers was trying to feed their family. They offered them brothers some money, and they decided to do that. Yeah, Jake was wrong for that. You know, Jake could have got that money a different way. It might have took longer, but Jake didn't have to do that. Nobody put a gun to Jake's head and said, "Hey, you better do this," you know. So we can't forget that. But also too, you know, this devil, scriptures say his words were smoother than butter. Butter is smooth, creamy, tastes good, you know. So it, you know, when you use butter, you use it as a non-stick, you know, so the meat won't stick to the pan. It's smooth, it slips everywhere. It's a lubricant, you know. So that's how Esau is. He'll make something sound good, you know. He knows how to talk to you. He knows how to be cunning. He knows how to get you with his words. But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, or they drawn swords. You know, so he's a smooth talker, good at it. Kind of like, let me give you an example. Kind of like how, if you ever watched the NWA movie, and you had the manager, he was a Jew, or so-called Jew, which is Amalek, white man. The way he was smooth when he first started working with them. He was smooth. He got them on board. And then Ice Cube's character, which was played by his son, start kind of figuring out, hey, he on some bullshit. You know, he's trying to divide and conquer. You know, so that's a good example of that. For those who seen that movie, I can't think of anything else, but there's so many examples. I mean, Esau is good, especially in the courtroom. He's good. He's good at saying a bunch of words and making something sound good. Meanwhile, there's always a catch. There's always a snare, a trap. Right? All right, next scripture, let's get Ezekiel 28 and 5. And it reads, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. So pretty much, this kind of goes with the Lazarus parable in Matthew. So because of thy riches, Esau has all what we call old money, generational wealth, to where he set his family in the position, and I'm talking about the elites, the shakers and movers that carry wealth across countries, across generations, countries, time periods. And they use those riches to lift them up, to control and sway the masses through political means, through economics. They're the real shakers and movers, right? In their hearts, they think that they cannot be touched because of their money. They think that they can't be trifled with. And a good example of that is the Titanic, when somebody had quoted, not even God could sink this ship. So that those riches give them pride. That's their pride. They're proud of that. But in the day of wrath, them riches ain't gonna mean shit. But this verse can be used. I can use that for Esau, because that is his state of mind. But with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. I hope this lesson was edifying. On to the next. Shalom.